So, I know it's been a really long time since I've actually made much of any real video here on YouTube, but I'm making this one now to sort of explain where I've been, what's been up, all that jazz. So, I have a list right here of all the different stuff I want to talk about, and I'll try and make this as concise as possible. But as you can see, I have my whole workstation set up back here. Finally, that's been part of the reason I've been kind of gone, is that my workstation has not been set up great for this kind of stuff. So it's really hard for me to film right now also, and I'm still working on getting everything set up, but it's almost done, so that'll make it easier to film any sort of art videos. And then also that my laptop back there was kind of trying to die on me because I was using it for so much. Like, I was doing art and video editing and writing and a bunch of heavy-hitting programs on it all at once, and it was getting really mad because I was just overworking it, and it didn't really get shut off and get the time to rest that it needed, so it was just not good for it. Still works, thankfully, but I'm trying to sort of take the weight off of it. But the good news also about all the YouTube stuff is that I'm getting ready to graduate, and that'll mean that I won't have to be dividing my time between doing all the art, YouTube, anything. That'll be really nice, and this is why I suddenly went off onto the graduation thing. My parents were super amazing and got me an iPad Pro as a graduation gift. It was a bit of an early gift because they knew that my laptop was trying to fail on me, and the laptop is working a lot better now, but it's not doing everything all at once, and also the iPad has made all of my art stuff a lot easier. I'm able to take my projects with me whenever I'm on the road, or if I'm just going to be out of the house for the afternoon, I can take stuff with me, load it on there, and it's good. I can work for hours out of the house, and it's just been an absolute blessing, and I'm so thankful to have it. And one thing that you may notice is that the video and audio quality is a bit different, and I don't exactly know how it all works just yet, so if there's like a problem with the audio or video, I apologize. I don't know how this works, and I kind of have a limited time to do the recording, so I'm not going to be able to mess with it as much as I would like to, but I'm able to use my family's fancy schmancy camera right now, and that means that the video for all of these recorded, not digital parts is a lot sharper, clearer, better color and everything, and I don't have to edit it as much as I was having to when I was recording on this. This is an iPod Touch. This is what I was recording everything on for ages. Like, any talk-to-camera stuff I was doing, I was recording on this. Also, very bad for this because I was recording a lot. And if you've ever tried to record any sort of lengthy video on your phone, you know that sometimes it gets mad at you. This does not have the same processing power that a phone does, so that also makes it kind of hard. And another thing that's been going on is that I'm moving into being like an official freelancer now, and that means that I opened a Patreon so that I could fund my comics creation and art creation and stuff. And if you're interested in checking that out, the links are down in the description. My cat's here. She found a box on the floor, so she's gonna sit in that, I think. $5 a month will get you a week early access to comic pages for the Heyday Kids, which is what I'm currently posting, and at least a day early of access for things such as new chapters of my comic Lunar the Moon Rabbit, which I have not been keeping up with as well as I would like to. But a new chapter of it is available now, and you can get access to the full chapter PDF on my Patreon, and you can also read it for free on Webtoon, Tapaz, and my own website, Gods and Comics. Links to all that are down in the description as well. And just there's a lot of other really cool bonus stuff, like you get access to YouTube videos early, and I also, like just this last weekend, got to do free comic book day for the first time ever, and it was amazing, and it's really got me thinking about all the different stuff I can do with my own comics, and I am so excited that I got to do that. It was amazing. I wound up getting 6 free comics, and then my mom and sister gave me their free comics that they got, so I got a huge pile of fun, nice stuff to read. And as far as my posting schedule goes, it's gonna be pretty slack, because I'm really focusing more on comic stuff these days, and that means that the comic updates are higher quality and oftentimes longer, but that also means that I've really moved my focus away from YouTube, and I especially moved my focus away because I can't record consistently just because of studio stuff and all kinds of other things lately. That also means that this just isn't a priority for me anymore. And I love making videos, but it's just not really my thing. And I'm still going to be making YouTube videos, don't get me wrong, but they are going to be few and far between, but hopefully that means they will be higher quality because I won't give myself the pressure of making a video every single week. I've also been doing a lot of animation and stuff, and I'm hoping to have some sort of animation reel up sometime in the next few months, but I'm not rushing on that either. But there should be some digital speed paints because now that I have the iPad, I have the program Procreate on there, and it sort of auto-records whatever you draw. So it's pretty easy for me to whip up a quick speed paint and post that in just a couple of hours after making it. So that's something that'll be happening a bit here and there too. Like I mentioned, patrons on Patreon will of course get early access to that kind of stuff, but I'm also hoping to finally make some of the tutorials that I talked about making, such as... just one moment. Cat wanted out. If I didn't let her out, she was just going to be meowing the whole time, and it would make me sad. I'm also hoping to make tutorials, like a comic lettering tutorial, because I found that the information regarding that is very difficult to find online, and it's also something that you really have to do through visual learning, and the resources for that are just nearly non-existent. And after working on comics pretty consistently and pretty hardcore for the past 2-3 years, I think I've learned a lot of information that would be really helpful for newer letterers and people who are doing webcomics and such. So I would love to compile all that information together, and I have the script basically all written out for that video, but it's going to be a really time-consuming video to make because it's going to be very visual heavy, and that means that I have to do all of the visuals and everything before I can put the video out, and there's going to be a lot of demonstrative stuff. Plus, I have learned a ton about lettering in the time between when I first started writing the script and now, so I'm going to have to add even more to the video. So that's going to be really fun though, and hopefully it'll be really helpful, because I found that the professional comic world is very secretive about all of the nice, good information that you need, and places like Comixology will reject your comics if they're not lettered up to their standard. And hopefully this tutorial would teach you how to letter it to Comixology standard, but disclaimer, I have never published with Comixology, nor do I really have the interest in doing it, so that's just a disclaimer. I don't know for sure that it's going to help you get on there, but at least you will be a step in the right direction, and it will help you quite a bit. I also recently made, I say recently, it's actually been a couple months ago now, I think, I made a comic-themed Discord for other webcomic and independent artists, or if you so happen to be a working artist in the mainstream field, you could join if you would like. If you have an Instagram, you can always pop over there and send me a message, and I can give you the link. It's a Christian-based comics Discord, so that's something that I had never heard of before, so I decided to try to fill that void. But yeah, if you send me a message at LissyDixonArt on Instagram, I can get you the link and you can join in. You also get a lot of behind-the-scenes peeks for free at a lot of really cool webcomics on there, so I would definitely encourage giving it a look, even if you don't stick around. Also regarding that, I'm hoping that someday soon I will be able to get my own colorist for my comics, because if you're familiar with my work, you'll know that, like, the Heyday Kids and Aces are all grayscale and black and white, and I would love to have a colorist to work on that, but I can't pay anyone yet, so that makes it kind of hard for me, because I don't want to make someone work for free, unless they're really truly passionate about my comics like I am. But I just really think that I would need to pay whoever it is. But now that I'm moving more into freelance, that means that hopefully I will be able to fund that, and I will be able to actually put out a searching sort of information thing about what I'm looking for and what I would be able to pay and stuff. But yeah, so that's a bit of an update. Hopefully I'll be able to make another more interesting and refined video soon. This one was sort of like a low editing, hi I'm not dead sort of thing. But anyways, I probably need to hop off here because my family is planning on going and seeing Avengers Endgame tonight, so I need to finish getting ready for that and all that jazz. Plus, I also need to eat before I go, so. There's also going to be more information about what's been going on with me down in the description and probably in a pinned comment down below. So just like some more fill-in sort of stuff, because I know I didn't hit on all the points I meant to in just this part here. But I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon and see you next time. God bless!